You thought the front man was the true mastermind of Squid Game. You thought the masked guards were just pawns in his twisted game. But what if you missed the real threat? What if, hiding in plain sight, there was someone even more powerful, more strategic, more dangerous? The man behind the square mask, the so-called right hand, may actually be the one pulling all the strings. And in seasons 2 and 3, he quietly takes control. If that sounds insane, just wait until you see the evidence. Because what we uncovered will completely rewire how you see the game and who's truly in charge. If you love diving deep into mysteries others miss, go ahead and hit that like button. It tells the algorithm you're one of the sharp ones.
Who is the masked officer? He wears a black uniform, a square mask, and never speaks. To most viewers, he's just another cog in the machine, a high-ranking enforcer keeping the games in line. But if you've been paying attention, you'll notice something strange. He's not just enforcing rules, he's shaping outcomes. Unlike the front man, who announces, who commands, and who watches from the top floor, the square-masked officer is embedded on the ground. He appears at key moments, often without being summoned, and more than once, he acts alone. Clues in Season 2. Let's rewind to Season 2. In one early episode, the officer intercepts a VIP entering a restricted area. But instead of alerting the front man or using force, he gently redirects him, something no other guard would risk doing. It's subtle, quiet, but powerful. He's exercising authority without approval. In another moment, during the organs for sale subplot, a worker breaks rank and tries to escape. The officer doesn't alert the system. He doesn't sound the alarm. Instead, he personally escorts the traitor into the tunnels, and the camera lingers just long enough to show that he's watching the walls, not the worker. Why? Because he knows something is coming, and he's not surprised. Most fans missed this, but a few eagle-eyed viewers noticed. The officer was present at every major rule-breaking moment in Season 2. He's never surprised, never caught off guard. It's like he knows the future. Or worse, like he's orchestrating it. His silence is a weapon. Now, here's where it gets eerie. The officer never speaks, not once. Not to the front man, not to the guards, not even to the VIPs. So why the silence? One theory is that his voice would reveal his identity, that he's someone we've met before, or someone the other characters would recognize. Another theory is even more chilling, that his silence isn't for secrecy, it's for control, that his silence allows him to observe, to manipulate, and to act without resistance. You can't challenge someone who never gives you anything to challenge, and in that vacuum of expression, he becomes terrifyingly powerful. And remember this, in every scene where the front man makes a decision, the officer is either watching or already one step ahead. Frontman versus officer, who's really in control? This is where the dynamic shifts. By the end of Season 2, the front man, once confident and untouchable, appears frayed. He hesitates, he delays decisions, he's increasingly isolated. Meanwhile, the officer is everywhere, calm, efficient, and bold. In one of the final episodes, there's a crucial moment where the front man hesitates to give an order, and it's the officer who steps forward, signaling the guards with a nod. The guards obey him, not the front man. It's subtle, but it's the moment everything changes. Authority has shifted, and that brings us to Season 3. The Season 3 scene that changes everything. A flash-forward scene, brief, maybe even overlooked, shows the control room. The front man is nowhere to be found. No VIPs, no ceremony, just the officer, alone, watching the monitors. He's not reacting to chaos. He's anticipating it, moving pieces, adjusting variables. The camera lingers on his hand, hovering over the kill switch. A level of access never shown before, and then he looks directly into the camera. It's the show's way of breaking the fourth wall, of telling us, you missed him, but he's been here all along. The most compelling fan theory. Some fans believe the officer is a former winner, that he survived the games years ago, and instead of taking the money and running, he chose to stay, to climb, to take power from the inside. Others think he's related to the front man, a brother, a clone, even a failed version, the prototype who got too strong. But the theory that's gaining the most traction, that he's the real game architect, that the original creator handed him the keys long ago. and the front man is just a figurehead, a distraction. And when season 3 ends, we might realize we've been watching the wrong man all along. So, who is the masked officer? A loyal soldier? A ghost from the past? Or the man who truly owns the game? What's clear is this: if you're not watching him closely, you're going to miss everything. Because in Squid Game, power doesn't scream, it whispers. Drop your favorite theory in the comments, and if you're ready to crack more secrets before season 3, hit subscribe. The game is far from over. A hidden symbol? There's another element few have talked about: the square itself. Why does the officer wear the square? In Squid Game's hierarchy, it represents command, finality, borders. But what if it's more than that? One fan pointed out the square is the only shape that is fully enclosed, unlike the triangle or circle. Symbolically, it suggests complete control, no openings, no escape. Could this be a visual metaphor for his influence? Could the shape signal that he's the one who sees everything and traps everyone? It's a small detail, but in a show like Squid Game, no detail is truly small. The future of the game. What's next for the masked officer? If season 3 continues on the trajectory we've seen, we may watch him transition from shadow to spotlight. The frontman may be removed or manipulated into irrelevance, and the officer could become the face of a new era, one where the games get more brutal, more psychological, and more personal. And if that happens, it won't be chaos. It will be calculated, because the man behind the square mask isn't reacting to events, he's engineering them.